Okay, thanks for coming. I've got an hour to try and make you guys better referees. Because as you know, the OSDL have now made it mandatory for all league matches to be refereed. So suddenly there's a bit more interest in that. So let's discuss first of all the role of the referee. What is the referee there for in the gallery? He's there to see fair play. So he's going to check whether a ball is up or down, in or out. He's responsible for scorekeeping, which I'll come to in a minute. He's responsible for adjudicating on an appeal. When there's an appeal by a player during a rally for some form of interference, the referee has to make a decision based on his knowledge of the rules.
Is that an appeal or does he make a call?
That is an appeal by the players. If the ball is definitely down, the referee is going to interrupt play and stop it.
So he calls it.
So if he's sure of something, he can stop play. He can stop play at any time. He could actually stop play if he saw a dangerous situation developing for safety reasons. But normally, a referee will allow the players to play. The game is for the players, not for the referee. So I would say that a good referee is invisible. If you're watching a match and you start to notice the referee, that's usually not a good sign. Well, having said that, I think there are two occasions where it's helpful for the referee to explain something. So a player appeals to me, I'm the referee, and I'll give a decision, and the player looks up to me as if to say, what the hell's all that about? I would give a brief explanation for my decision, because I think that's helpful to players, because a good referee is consistent, and therefore the next time it happens, they know what to expect. By the same token, if a player appeals to me, and I really have no idea why he's appealing, I'm going to ask him, what are you appealing for? Because depending on what he says, I would then make a decision. So there can be some interaction between the referee and the players, but you don't really want a lot. Let's just talk a little minute about appeals. What is the correct form of appeal?
Do you stop playing, or do you keep on playing?
If it's on interference, you'll stop straight away and appeal. The correct form of appeal is let please. And let please also implies that you may be asking for a point. Sticking your finger up is not a form of appeal. It may alert the referee to a subsequent appeal about whether the ball was out or up. But a finger in the air is not a recognized form of appeal. It has to be verbal. And the reason it needs to be verbal is because depending on when the appeal is made as to whether the referee might give a let, a point, or even a no let. So for example, on a backswing, if you catch your opponent on the backswing and then you elect to play the ball, you hit it into the tin and then appeal, you wouldn't get there would be no appeal. It's too late. So if you catch someone on the backswing, you have to appeal straight away.
What happens, Tony, if you think the ball is out?
If you feel it's out, then you would appeal at the end of the rally. Now, if you want to stick your finger up to alert the referee that you're going to appeal, that's fine.
Okay.
But at the end, you wouldn't stop the rally and appeal about a ball that's going out in case it wasn't out.
Right.
Because then you lose the rally, and then if you win it, you don't even need to appeal.
Okay.
Okay. So the timing of the appeal is also crucial as to the referee's final decision, which we'll get into. He's a timekeeper. So, how many minutes between games?
3.
2 minutes between all games. It used to be 5 minutes between the third and fourth game. It's now 2 minutes between all games. Injuries. A purely accidental injury. A player gets nicked across the eyebrow and it's bleeding. How much time would you allow the player to recover to get back on court? You know? 1 hour. 1 hour. Now, if you've got a tournament going on, that's probably okay. Even a league match, I suppose you could get another match going, so you could possibly do it. However, if the injury is totally self-inflicted, in other words, you get cramp, okay? If you get cramp, you've got 2 minutes to recover. And if you can't recover, you could throw a game and get another 2 minutes, so you could actually take 4 minutes and get back on court. But once you've got cramp, that first time, you've only got a 2 minute recovery period. If you subsequently get cramp the second time around, you either carry on or you forfeit the match. So the scoring. I want to show you what I think is a foolproof method of writing the score down. But before we go into that, just a couple of points. We had a symposium, and we had a presentation by one of the top players to the referees at the last Nationals. And he said there are two things which drive players nuts, and I would agree with this. First of all is a referee who keeps getting the score wrong. It is getting the score wrong is really unforgivable. It's the easiest part of refereeing to get the score right. And if you use a scoring system and you get familiar with it, because you may need to practice it, once you've got a score system that you're comfortable with it, you should never get the score wrong. So that's the first thing. The other thing is the referee who is always holding up the server because he hasn't called the score out. So the timing of the calling of the score is important to allow the game to flow. And what I would normally do, as the server's coming in to serve, I'll call the score, having written it down. Because if you don't write the score down before you call it, guess what? Server serves, you're writing down, the ball goes out of court, you miss the fall. So, write the score down first. So, we have a match. A and B are playing against C and D. Best of 5 games, otherwise you're going to be there all night if you don't make that call. Love all, play. As soon as you call play, the players are getting over it. And A won the toss, so they're serving. It's love all, and A serves from the right box. They win that first rally, so now it's 1 love, and he must serve from the left box. C and D now win the next rally, so it's hand out, little line across, and C is now 1 all. C elects to serve from the left box. They win that rally, it's now 2-1. B wins the next rally, so now it's 2 all, and D will serve second hand from the left. So from that you can see that the left and the right tell me who is the server, the current server, and you've got the scores. So at 2 all, D serves from the left, you have a very long rally, you've forgotten who served, you look at your score sheet, you know D served last, 2 all on the left. So if they won the rally, it's going to be 3-2 from the right, and that's it. Very simple.